Hey my lovelies, welcome back to another episode of the Year Cooking Canuck. Again, as always, thank you so very much for joining me. I hope you're all well. Guys, on today's segment of Memories in Macedonia, I'm going to be making a vegetarian specialty. This is called Boranija, and basically what that is a yellow bean soup. Now I'll get more into the beans when I show you the beans. However, you can add meat to this recipe if you so desire. However, I'm omitting it and I'm going to make a traditional Boranija for you guys. So without further ado, let's get in the kitchen and make beautiful Macedonian Boranija. Hey guys, welcome to the kitchen countertop. As usual, you guys know all of the amounts and ingredients will be below. Click show more. So guys, obviously we're going to start off with our Boranija, or our yellow beans. Now, what I'm using is a traditional flat yellow bean, sometimes known as a flat yellow Italian bean or flat Romano bean. They are a wax bean. However, if you can't find these, go ahead, just use your standard yellow wax beans. And if you can't even find them, use green beans. It's not a problem. So what I did was I just washed these and trim off the end, and then just simply cut them in kind of bite-sized pieces, the size that you'd find the yellow wax beans in. You don't need to snip off the zip end. You can keep that end. Just snip off the vine end. And once these are all done, I'll set them aside and I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do next. Okay guys, what I have here are 3 carrots. With one of them, what I want to do is grate it, but I don't want long grates. I just want short grates, like so. Okay, I'm going to continue grating that one. And the other one, you're simply just going to cut into some pieces. And this will go in the soup as well. Alright, so I'm going to continue with the carrots and I'll show you what's next. Okay guys, now I have some long yellow or green peppers. I'm using sweet peppers. Sometimes these are known as banana peppers. You can use hot if you like, but I'm using just the sweet ones. And I'm simply going to cut my peppers up well. And because these are sweet, you don't have to worry about de-seeding them. You can if you want. And I'll do the same thing with the other 2, and I'll bring you back. Next guys, I'm just dicing up an onion. And I have some garlic, which I'm going to go ahead and pull a few of the garlic cloves off. And I will also mince those. And I'll bring you back when this is all done. Alright guys, all of our prep work is done. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the pot. We're going to put some oil in the bottom of the pot. And we're going to start with our shredded carrot and onions. And I'll show you step by step, guys, what we do. Hey my friends, welcome to the stove. So here in my pot I have some vegetable oil. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our carrots and onions. And you're going to want to saute these until the onions are opaque and the carrots are very soft, almost to the melting point. Alright, this is going to add a lot of flavor to our Boranija. Now, at this point, I always say season in layers, and it does help the onions sweat. So I'm going to hit it with just a bit of sea salt. Not too much. And the same goes for some black pepper. We can always add more later. So So go ahead, keep an eye on it, keep stirring it on a medium heat until your onions are soft, the carrots are soft, and then we'll add the next component. Hey guys, my onions and carrots are getting nice and soft, and check it. I just had a little piece, very sweet, soft with just a bit of a crunch, and that's the perfect time to go ahead and add the carrots and the peppers. Hold back on the garlic just yet. So we're going to go ahead with this for another minute or two, and then we'll go ahead and start layering the other elements of the soup. Alright guys, it's been a couple of minutes, and I was continuously stirring my pot. So at this point, what I'm going to go ahead and do is add the garlic. And you don't want the garlic to scorch, so it's a good idea to kind of stay by the pot. Just give it a few moments to heat through. Oh, and once you start to smell that garlicky aroma, you know you're pretty much there. Smells great. The peppers and the onions and garlic, guys, let me tell you. Okay, so at this point what I'm going to do is I have some paprika and I have Vegeta. Again, if you can't find Vegeta, which I'm sure you can use some vegetable cubes, bouillon cubes. So that's all going in, and we'll give this a stir. And again guys, we don't want to leave this because you don't want your spices to burn. Once you've mixed it through, just till it's through, go ahead and add your yellow beans. You're going to give this a mix until the beans are all coated with the garlic and the spices. Beautiful. Absolutely. And it smells great. As I mentioned guys, you can add meats to this dish, but this is normally a pasno or a vegetarian dish. If you wanted to add meat, what I would do is I would brown it first, and with any residual fats you have in there, you can go ahead and then start with the carrots and onions. You can put chicken, pork, beef, lamb, it's completely up to you. Right, so I have this pretty much combined. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add our water. Guys, I'm just adding pure water. You can add a vegetable stock if you like, or chicken stock, but guys, I want this vegetable to shine through. So, I have about, I'd say, 1.5 liters in here. Alright, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this to a boil. Once it's come to a boil, I'm going to simply turn down my heat, put a lid on this, and let it go on a gentle simmer. Once that happens, I'll show you what I do next. Hey guys, I've taken the lid off of my soup because what I let it do was come to a boil and then let it simmer. So it's been simmering now, and I snuck a little taste of one of our green beans. They're beautiful, so sweet, I can't even explain. And the aroma is gorgeous. So guys, at this point in time, you have an option. You can add some tomato puree, tomato paste, or even some fresh tomatoes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of my homemade Ajvar. And if you haven't seen my video for Ajvar, I will link it below. Basically what Ajvar is, guys, is a roasted red pepper spread. It is gorgeous. And when I made this, I did tell you that not only is it good slathered on bread with some cheese on top, but you can use it in casseroles, soups, and other dishes. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in here and mix this up. And then once this is mixed thoroughly, I'll let this simmer for an additional 15 minutes or so, and I'll bring you back and I'll show you the final component of putting together our Boranija. Alright guys, I'm gonna finish off our Boranija. We're not completely done, but we're done with all the steps. So in goes some chopped parsley, and I'm going to give that a little bit of a stir. And then what I got is a bit of flour, and this is going to help thicken up our stew just slightly. So again, the amounts will be below, guys. Flour, you use a bit of the broth. You can use water as well, guys. So get the broth in with your flour. Give this a mix up. Add more broth as needed. And if you need to add more water, if it gets too thick, you can go ahead and do that too, guys. So you want to mix this until you get pretty much all of the lumps out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add this back into our soup. And we're going to let this simmer again with the lid on for another 15 minutes or so. So carefully add that back into your pot. Go ahead and mix this up. Now guys, you might want to taste this before you do this. If you need to add more seasoning, salt, pepper. I did taste mine and I did add a little more salt. Right, so we're going to let this go just a little while longer, and I'll bring you back and we'll plate it up, guys. Well, my friends, our Boranija is all done, and what can I say? It's beautiful. The beans alone just stand out, and this tastes so beautiful. Now, the soup itself, or the stew, the chorba, is not too thick, but it has a nice consistency. You do want some broth because you want to sop that up with some crusty bread. So I'm going to give this a taste, guys. It's hot. Wow. You can really taste those beans. They're not mushy, but they're not hard. They do have a bit of a bite, which is nice, just slight. So they're not mushy, and they have that perfect wax bean texture. Wow. The carrots, let's try. Guys, honestly, I don't want to waste your time. I can be here all night. I'm gonna go off camera and eat this. But guys, thank you so much for watching this segment of Memories of Macedonia here on the Euro Cooking Canuck. Please like, share my videos, comment. Guys, I respond back to all of you. My Facebook page will be below. There'll be a few pics to follow. Oh, that's perfect. I gotta eat. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Prijetno. Ajde. Ciao.